Hi, my fellow screenwriting enthusiasts. It's Paul from Small Town Movie Critic. And if you're new to the channel, we're all about helping you write that kick-ass screenplay by giving you tips, tools, inspiration, and product reviews. I'd like to shout out our latest subscriber, Darius Fernandez. Welcome to the community. I hope your writing project is going well, and thank you again. If you have any ideas that you would like to see for a video, please let me know and put it in the comments section below. Now, in this week's video, we're going to be exploring the website Coverfly. Now, you may wonder why this would be helpful for your screenwriting career. One of the things I see constantly on Reddit and screenwriting Twitter is screenwriters asking people to cover their work or give them notes. Now, this is important to give feedback prior to giving it to a producer or a script writing contest because we want to have the best product available, right? Now, notes or coverage will help you see that if your main character's story arc works well, whether the dialogue flows well or if it falls flat, and if your story is that page turner that you hope it is going to be. Now, typically these services cost about $70 for just a shallow dive of your script, and like anything else, the price simply goes up from there. And it also includes the price can change even with a shallow dive on how fast you want it. Most script services or most script coverages have about a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time, or maybe even longer than that too, depending on what you're asking them to do with that coverage. But typically, I know it's at least 72 hours. But you can always, again, pay for a 24-hour coverage, and when you do that, the price definitely shoots up a lot. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't always have that kind of money to throw at a lot of scripts or even multiple iterations of that same script. So today we're going to be talking about a free, yes, free, everybody's favorite price, free coverage service. Now, you'll find this service on Coverfly. We're going to talk about how it works, and I will show you some of the feedback I got to one of my scripts. So let's just start with just looking at the main website first. So this is what the main website is. We're at coverfly.com. We see some testimonials. Like I said, I know the testimonials are always a dime a dozen, but you can see the testimonials that people have. Now, what does Coverfly have to do for the industry, for screenwriters as an industry? Well, 4 ways that Coverfly serves the industry of screenwriting is it helps curate top writers, tracks writers' performances, through like fellowships, through film festivals, that type of stuff. It also helps provide studios with provided robust search feature. The example they give here is, so you want a non-rep writer from Canada who writes romantic comedies and used to be in the military. And then the other part that they have here is keeping your team aligned, again, simplifying random emails and complicated spreadsheet for tracking talent. And they're still in the beta for that as well too. So these are just some of the things that Coverfly does for the industry as well too. And again, so it's in their best interest to help writers because that's sort of their product for helping studios find us writers. So let's log in here, and then I can show you what some of the benefits that Coverfly gives for us for free. Now, when you're in Coverfly, you can start with, there's a little bar up here, and you have your projects. We'll talk about mine here in a little bit. We have competitions and we have extras. Right now we're on the extra screen. So these are some of the extras that they do for us as screenwriters. They have pitch week, and the next deadline is 1 week from now, where they set up hundreds of virtual meetings between top Coverfly writers and literary managers and agents. I haven't gotten out to that point yet, so I haven't used that feature yet, but I've seen some other people and they've told me that has been a good feature for them to have. They have virtual live readings on screenwriting Twitter. I've had a couple of folks ask people, and they sort of did crowdfunding to do this, but Coverfly has these virtual live readings as well, where they just basically get together and read the script. Now, one of the things I've noticed a lot with a couple other things with Coverfly is that you'll see that the applications get closed rather rapidly. And this is one of those categories of virtual live readings. We'll cover Coverfly X, which is that screenplay notes exchange, here in just a couple moments. They have a fee waiver program, again, so you can have the fees waived for some of the top programs. You have open writing assignments, and to be honest, since I've been here for about a year, I haven't seen any open writing assignments. So, I sort of say good luck with that. I haven't seen any. Then they also have, again, sneak peek, again, closed for applications. You get early access to updates, influence, new features that will help your fellow writers. And so you can always click one of these buttons to learn a little bit more here. Before we get into Coverfly X, which is, I also want to show you one other feature that they have, and this is the competitions. They have a bunch of competitions put out. One of the things that, and I'm going to make a video about this later on, is whether competitions are even worthwhile to begin with. But if you do want to enter a competition, they have a bunch of different competitions you can enter. Some are free, some have a product fee. You can always click the more information button. And as you can see here on the right side, they'll tell you about what it's about, price and deadlines. They'll announce the winner. They have any announcements with that, rules, contacts, and stuff like that. So it's really laid out pretty nice. So if you want to know more about competitions, or if you have a certain competition you want to do, and they also have filters for you too, for format, genre, and price as well too. So if the competition is something that you're looking forward to doing, definitely give them a look. See, they've curated, like I said, they have 142 you can see on the screen here of competitions. So let's get down to why we're all here today, the Coverfly X part. So when you come to Coverfly X, you can do one of two things. You can get peer notes or give peer notes. Now, if this is your first time on the website, you're not going to be able to get peer notes right away. You're going to have to give some peer notes, and here's the reason why. And I'll scroll down to this down here. So we have a give and get system. So this is sort of, and I'll read this because I think it's important to know. Coverfly X Script Exchange allows users to give peer script notes and to get peer script notes via a free token-based system. Readers have 5 days upon claiming feedback to complete their notes, which consist of 300 words on the strength of the script and 300 words on the weakness of the script, and an optional section just for additional thoughts. Now, like I said before, you have to get some tokens. And to get tokens, users bid how much they are willing to spend in tokens. To earn tokens, users must give script notes to other users. And the tokens have no monetary value, and they can be sold or bought. For example, a user bid of 3 tokens to receive feedback on a feature film screenplay, and if the bid is too low, if there are other scripts of similar length offering more than 3 tokens on the marketplace, they may go unclaimed by the readers, in which case the writer will have to increase the bid to have it claimed. And we'll show you what that looks like here in a second. And then the other thing is, every time a reader provides script notes to the writer on the Coverfly X exchange, so sort of the control there. So you're wondering, well, couldn't I just do a really bad job on their script and get the tokens right away? Well, then you have reader reviews. And so your review does matter. So it's important to take your time and to help critique your fellow screenwriter, because if you don't do that, your reader review will go down. And users with great reader reviews get priority access to script notes from other users with great reader ratings. So you want the notes that you get from somebody else, you want to have good notes. You don't want just someone to just blow through and take their time, or not take their time, because then it's not going to be good notes. And if you have too many strikes, your account will be suspended. So let's take a look about giving some peer notes. All right, so this is sort of what the dashboard looks like here. And so as you can see, a big black box on here. I don't know if I can show these particular titles. And so just to keep the people who wrote these, their anonymity, I'm going to just put a little black box up there. But traditionally where the black box is at, you'll see a bunch of different names. There'll also be some icons telling you a little bit of information about each of the projects. Next, you'll see that it's whether it's what kind of genre it is, the format, the length, and how much they pay. So if you want to get a lot of tokens, you can, 4 to 5 is about the highest I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen any higher than 5. I don't think I've seen a 6 yet, but normally 4 to 5 is what people tend to bid. And so then you just click on the name and just hit claim. And then that's how you claim it. And then you'll automatically be sent to a screen where you can download the script, you read the script, and then you just write those 300 words. Then they'll have you come back to do the feedback form, and you'll do 300 words again for the weaknesses of the film and 300 words for the strength of the film, at least. Typically, when I do these, I give about 600 to 900 words of positive feedback, and then whatever weakness type of stuff that I can help the author with. I think the one today I did 1,200 to 1,500 words of things that I thought they could do. Granted, that was a person just starting out script writing, so there was a lot of things that I could talk to them about doing. So So yeah, it just depends on just writing that, and then you'll be able to put your own scripts up for 4 tokens or 3 tokens or stuff like that. And then you'll also see here as well too, you have my writer feedback. I have 4.3 stars out of 5 stars. And if you wanna, you can also take a look. I'll break down some of the tokens I've earned versus my feedback rating from writer. And as I've been doing this more, I've been better able to write well for people for their feedback. I think when I first started doing this, I was not the best at doing this. As you can see from the first couple feedbacks, I got a 3 and then a 5 and then a 3, and then I sort of settled into my rating of about 4 to 5. So I think I give fairly decent feedback to folks, and I actually really enjoy that as well too. So let's take a look at what happens when we get feedback. And so I'm going to go to my projects, which has my short script called Chaplains. It's a drama. Me and a friend of mine are working on a short film. He's a director, and we've kicked around this idea because I was a chaplain at one point in time. And so we're thinking of either doing this as a TV show or an internet series or a YouTube series, or a short feature. And so I wrote the first of these, and I haven't done a lot with this, but here, if I was more into getting like paid coverage and entering contests and stuff, there would be a lot more information up here. But it does have submissions. It does have my okay, so this is the feedback and scores for Chaplain, and you can see it's out of a 5-star system. So they have overall what they thought of it, how the concept, what the plot looked like, the characters, the dialogue, and the theme. And so this was a first draft that I sent because I wanted to see. I accumulated a bunch of tokens, and I was like, I finally have a script done, so why don't I send it in and see what people think of it? So, and then what are the script strengths? And what you're supposed to write to is overall what you think the script strengths are. I mean, what do you think of their concept, their plot, their characters, their dialogue, and the theme? So all those things that you see up at the top of the screen is stuff they're supposed to comment down in the strengths and in the script's weaknesses. And then they also have this other additional column. Do you have any additional thoughts that are worth sharing? One of the things that I thought was most helpful was, and this was when I first was figuring out final draft a lot more, so I was still working on, so you can see there's a lot of stuff in here about character introductions and stuff that I was having a hard time with in final draft, so I fixed a lot of these things. So I really appreciate the comments, and the person who did these notes for me was really gracious. I really appreciate this, and it's been really helpful for me, and just to see how I can improve the strength of my script, and different ways to think about different things as well too. And I've taken, like I said, a lot of these things and changed the script right now too. So Coverfly, free coverage. Give it a look-see, give it a try. Let me know how it works out for you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you liked this video, if you found that it had some good content in it, please like and subscribe. I hope you keep writing and just keep working on those screenplays, because I want to see what those original ideas look like, and only you can give those original ideas out. Keep writing. God bless. Have a great day.